Now, folks, follow along. I'm not doing this to give you a legal class here. I'm doing this for a very specific reason. Just to be clear what we're doing here. I'm setting you up right now with a quick, no-nonsense approach to how the government can legally spy. Spying on Americans is not illegal. Spying on Americans illegally is illegal. So we're going through the legal path. Path number one, which Gayle and I just described. You suspect someone of criminal wrongdoing. You go to a court. You swear to evidence produced by surveillance, by whatever it may be, by another source you verified. That's the criminal path to listen in on someone's conversations. There's another path. The other path is through the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court. Now, you still have to produce probable cause. The two components you have to produce, though, are probable cause that that person is acting on behalf, the person you want to surveil electronically is acting on behalf of a foreign agent, and there's probable cause they committed a crime. Now, Gayle, what I find disturbing about this case and this memo release, which we'll get to here in a second, is they pursued through that second path. They pursued this path that the person they were surveilling is based on the memo, Carter Page, that this person was acting as a foreign agent and there was probable cause to believe he violated U.S. law. But when you read this memo, Gayle, it's very clear, and maybe you can, if I don't know how much you got to read before we got on the air, but it's very clear that the evidence, the probable cause they swore to, was based on nothing but circular reasoning. Oh, we got it from the media, but the media got it from Fusion GPS, and they got it from a person paid for by Hillary. The sourcing was awful.
Right, and the integrity of the entire system collapses if the investigators and the officers of the court do not tell the truth, if they lie to any court, but particularly the secret court, where they are reliant on the integrity of the law enforcement officials. And we're talking about people at the very highest levels of our chief law enforcement agency, the FBI. And if they cannot rely on these very important parts of our investigative or law and order system, then the entire system falls apart. And reading this memo, if you're able to read it, you can go to readthememo.org. Every American should read it. They should understand what exactly happened on these applications. And if you look at the memo, it talks about what you were saying, the circular reasoning, circular reporting too, that Christopher Steele, who was behind the Fusion GPS dirty dossier, that James Comey, the fired director of the FBI, said was salacious and unverified. And this dossier put out there by Christopher Steele was shopped to different media organizations, including ones that had some affiliation with Fusion GPS. So it's like they're building this entire investigation on a house of sand. But from the memo, it doesn't appear like it was inadvertent or an accident, that it was in good faith. The thing that should concern everyone is that the memo shows, I haven't read this part very closely, but it seems that Christopher Steele had made it very clear to the FBI that his intention was to make sure that Donald Trump was defeated and did not advance through the election to the Oval Office. And that should concern everyone, given that this fake dossier, which even James Comey said was salacious and unverified, may have been the basis for the investigation of a private citizen with no basis.